Good morning. Okay, we slept at Chivilila last night and got up especially early this morning to take a photo of us sun hitting the cliffs. It's not the cliffs, we're getting there later today. Uh, and it is just beautiful. Still having electricity problems, but not as big as last night. It didn't drop out during the night, the previous night. But we're going to be stopping for two nights at the hills, at the cliffs, and then we'll have time to look at that. So let's have a look at the sunrise. It is just lovely, isn't it? I always thought the sunsets in Africa was always beautiful. We haven't seen many nice sunsets yet because we're not at the right spots, but the sunrises are worth getting up for. Lots of water, you can hear the water running in the background. It was a very, very wet season. We spoke to some of the Summerland Park officers yesterday, and they said it will take them about 3 years to repair all the damage that was done with the storms this year. Okay, we encountered a group of elephants that don't like us. We've been chased a bit, so we're on a respectful distance here. And there was only one on the left side of the road. Most of them were on the right side, but looks like they all want to be on the left side. So we're just going to see what they want to do. It's not a big elephant, but I don't want to be bumped by him or her. Yeah, not quite happy with us. They were grazing when we found them, and it's probably now 10 minutes and they're only steering this way. Still some on the left side, or on the right side. Hopefully they going, the other one is coming. These little ones are usually the trouble. They are teenagers and they want to oh my god, I don't like them when they do this. That's not threatening, that's not being chased. We've been chased. Oh. We've been talking about going and drive and just go full speed past them, but we've worked out if they hear us coming and turn around, we will be the ones losing out. So we're just going to wait. Here comes some more. That little one ignoring us, so that's good. So. See this one here and here. Can you see?
So they are moving.
You can see on the right, on the left, they're slowly going a bit deeper. And that one is ignoring us. We still just have got the big one there. We've been reading a bit about African parks. African parks are managed in Ghana Rizal, and how many parks of so a lot of the big African parks in the southern hemisphere gets managed by them, and we were wondering who are African parks, and we've been reading they were founded in the year 2000, and it was by a Dutch billionaire, ex-CEO of Kruger, and economist. It's not just any economist, it could have been and he is still part of a CEO group of African parks currently. And they went to see Nelson Mandela in 2000, and for conservation, and because at that stage all the countries were running their own conservation parks, but like they explained, it was like paper parks. Bureaucracy and conservation were minimal, and poaching were rife in there. And one of the first parks that they took over in 2000 was a park in Malawi. I can't remember the name now. And even the last elephant in that park was poached. And they took it over, and within a few years they managed to introduce the Big Five again there. And they've taken over a lot of parks now, so aimed at conservation, but also
Conservation based on a business model.
Yeah, and
generating money and putting it back in the local community and in the park.
So when they take over a park, they put their own, it's based in South Africa, they put a group of CEOs in, they use the government, and they use the local communities to streamline, what do you see now? Something behind us. Oh, let them go first. So these are the cliffs we were talking about this morning, the Chilojo cliffs. Just arrived here. We picked our little spot where we will stand for the day, and then tonight we will move just a few meters forward or backwards. Where's Tishy? And the van.
The cliffs was once upon a time an old river, ocean bed, and then over time wind and water has eroded it. You can see the layers in the cliff from different sediments and floods that lay down in the ocean floor, and as the ocean retracted, the wind and water was cut into it and leaving the cliffs on the one side. And this amazing riverbed. Good on the Runde River. Absolutely stunning.
And this is, that was 140 million years ago. How far ago? Long ago?
I have to have a look.
A long time ago. Just there's one single baboon sitting there that I don't trust at all. When we stopped there were quite a few, so I'll have to bring out my baboon repellents. They can be very, very naughty. I've spoken about my baboon repellents. I don't know if it will work, but we'll see. I've got rubber snakes. I should just tie little pink ribbons around it so that we know which ones are fake and which ones are real. So we'll see whether it deters for baboons a bit. I've got 2 black ones and one sort of silly brown one. And there's my silly brown one. I won't be stupid with the stuff. We'll definitely go into close if we're not using anything, but I want coffee now. So silly brown snack. Hi guys, so here we are at the Chilojo cliffs. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. They call it the golden hour and you can see why. Now we read a bit about how these cliffs were formed. These cliffs stretch about 20 kilometers that way. And what happened way at the top, that was when dinosaurs were still on Earth, and the river was actually flowing on that level. And that was about 140 million years ago. And then, so rapidly flowing there, and then with tectonic actions, the Earth raised. Sorry, yeah. And so that's that first little gap that you see. They say that's about 5 million years ago. And then the river flowed there because the earth rose, gravity pushed the river down, and the river carved pathways into that soft sand. It's sandstone. And the red is sand with more iron in, and the white is apparently sand with less iron, and it's more like calciums and stuff like that. And then gradually the earth kept on pushing slowly up, the river slowly going down. That's where you get the gentle slopes. And then 2 million years ago there was another little push up, and then we get another rise with that cliffs forming there. And then once again the river carved its way down through that soft sandstone. And from the bottom of the river, it's Burundi River, to the top, it's about 180 meters high. So quite a bit of a drop there. And different to where we were last night, where I don't know if you could see that black rocks. And that was because that is volcanic activity, and that stone is so hard, the river can't carve through that. So it just with pebbles and things make those rock faces round. But that's the difference here. So 20 kilometers of this beautiful, beautiful cliffs, very, very iconic of Gonarezal. And I didn't think it could get any better, but look at that color now. It is probably about 5:30 and it is really getting beautifully red. Who said the previous one was the golden hour?